Hello friends, I welcome you in lecture number 9 on roots of equations. In this lecture we are going to discuss another method of finding root of a nonlinear equation, which is called Newton-Raphson method or simply Newton's method. In this method we are going to see that how we can use initial approximation to obtain the root of a given nonlinear equation up to desired accuracy. Previously we have discussed these methods for finding root of a equation, which was bisection, regula falsi method or method of false position, and secant method. In all these methods we started with two initial approximations denoted by x0 and x1, and using these approximations we find out the next approximation to the root. In contrary, in Newton-Raphson method we will require only one initial approximation to the root of a given equation, and using that initial approximation we will find out x1, that is first approximation, then using x1 we will find out x2 and so on. So that is the difference between all these methods and Newton-Raphson method. In previously discussed method we start with two initial approximations. In Newton-Raphson method we will start with single initial approximation. Now in Newton-Raphson method we require one assumption. Suppose we want to find out root of a nonlinear equation fx equal to 0 using Newton-Raphson method, then we must have this function fx differentiable. This function fx must be differentiable, that is f dash x exists, and this first derivative is required to be continuous. So that is the assumption in Newton-Raphson method. In all these methods it is not required that this function in the equation fx equal to 0 is differentiable and its derivative is continuous. But in Newton-Raphson method, if our function is not differentiable and its derivative is not continuous, then we cannot apply Newton-Raphson method. So that we can consider as a limitation of Newton-Raphson method also. Now we understand that what is the idea of Newton-Raphson method. Suppose we are given a equation denoted by fx equal to 0, where we assume that f dash x exists and is continuous, and we want to solve this equation using Newton-Raphson method. So we will be given one initial approximation or initial guess to the actual root, and that will be denoted by x0. So x0 is the initial guess or initial approximation to the root that will be given in the problem in the examination. If it is not given, then you can start with any initial approximation, but it should be close to the actual root. So that we can determine from the graph of the function fx, or we can find out the interval containing the root, and we can consider any value from that interval as our initial guess. After that we find out, or we consider the tangent to the graph of fx at this point. For example, suppose we have this function fx, and suppose this is the graph of a function fx, and suppose we start with this initial guess. Suppose x0 is the initial approximation to this actual root. Suppose this is the actual root of the equation fx equal to 0, because at this point graph of fx intersects x-axis, and therefore this point is the actual root, and we start with this x0. So x0 is the initial root, and therefore because this point is x0 and this distance is f of x0, and this point will become or it will have coordinates x0 comma f of x0. Now in previous two methods, in secant method and in regular falsy method, we start with two initial approximations to the root, and then we consider the secant line or line which joins 2 points x0 f of x0 and x1 f of x1. In this case, we will not draw the secant line, but instead of secant line, we will consider the tangent to the graph of fx, or tangent to this curve at point x0 comma f of x0. So we try to draw the tangent to the curve at this point. Suppose this is the tangent line to the curve at this point, and we see that at which point this tangent intersects x-axis. So this line is tangent to the curve at this point, and it intersects x-axis at this point. So this is our next approximation to the root, denoted by x1. Now how to write down the formula for x1? So for that, we can observe that this is right angle triangle, this triangle. Suppose I denote this by capital A, this point by capital B, and this point by capital C. Then this angle B is 90 degree, therefore this triangle ABC is a right angle triangle, and suppose this angle is denoted by beta. Then we know that tan of beta is given by this CB or BC divided by AB, because this is a right angle triangle. Now BC, distance BC is nothing but value of function at x0, and this distance AB is x0 minus x1. Okay, this much distance, because this point is x1, this point is x0. So from this, if we consider distance from origin, then this much distance is x0 and this much distance from origin is x1. Therefore distance between A and B is x0 minus x1. Now we know that if fx is differentiable, then this tan beta will give us the slope of the tangent. This is the slope of the tangent to the curve at point x0. So we find that slope of the tangent is f of x0 divided by x0 minus x1, and from calculus we know that slope of the tangent to the curve at any point is given by derivative of function at that point. So therefore slope of the tangent is nothing but first derivative at point x0, and this is f of x0 divided by x0 minus x1, and we are interested in developing the formula for x1. So therefore this I can rewrite as x0 minus x1 equal to value of function at x0 divided by first derivative at x0, and from this I find that x1 is given by x0 minus f of x0 divided by first derivative at point x0. So using this formula we can obtain the first approximation to the root, which is nothing but intersecting point of tangent at x0 to the x-axis. After that we consider this point. If we consider this point, then this point is nothing but x1 comma value of function at x1, because this much distance is f of x1. So now we consider tangent at this point to obtain the next approximation. Suppose I consider this tangent to the curve at this point. Okay, suppose this is approximately tangent to the curve at this point, or we can try to draw properly. let me try to draw properly. Yes, this is now actual picture. This is now tangent to the curve at point x1 f of x1, and it intersects x-axis at this point. Suppose this point is denoted by x2. Then again, by doing the same process, if we consider this triangle, then by doing this similar process, we will find that formula for x2 is x1 minus f of x1 divided by f dash x1. F dash x1 is nothing but slope of this tangent at point x1. So we can see, first we start with x0, then we draw the tangent to the curve at this point x0 comma f of x0, and we find the point at which this tangent intersects with x-axis, and that point is denoted by x1, and using this formula we find out value of x1. After that, we consider the tangent to the curve at this point, which is x1 comma f of x1, and we find the point of intersection of this tangent with x-axis, which we denote by x2, and formula for x2 will be this. In the next step, we will consider tangent to the curve at this point, and we will see that at which point that tangent intersects with x-axis, and that point will be denoted by x3. So you can see, if our initial guess is near to the actual root, then our sequence of approximations will converge to the actual root. So this method strictly depends on the correct choice of initial guess. If our initial guess is given or selected in such a way that it is near to the actual root, then we will get the convergence to the actual root, or the sequence of approximations to the root will converge, or we will get the approximated root which is near to the actual root. So if we generalize this formula, then we can write Newton formula or Newton-Raphson formula in this way: xn plus 1 equal to xn minus value of function at xn divided by first derivative at point xn, and n start with 0, n equal to 0, 1, 2 and so on, and for n equal to 0 we will obtain x1 equal to x0 minus f of x0 divided by f dash x0, where x0 is initial guess or initial approximation to the root which is near to the actual root. So this method fails if this derivative is 0 or it is very near to 0, and if function is not differentiable, then also we cannot apply Newton's formula. So Newton-Raphson formula has two limitations. If f dash x does not exist, we cannot apply Newton's formula, and if this value of f dash at any approximation is near to 0 or equal to 0, then also this method fails. So they can ask you to write down the description of Newton-Raphson method. You should write systematically. Here I have written all these details. We can write in this way. Suppose we want to solve the equation denoted by fx equal to 0. To apply Newton's method, function fx is assumed to have a continuous derivative f dash x. That means f dash x exists and is continuous. That is the requirement to apply Newton's method. Then we first choose initial approximation x0 to the root, and we will take care that initial approximation is chosen in such a way that it is near to the actual root. This is the graph of some function fx for which we want to find out solution of fx equal to 0. So this is similar to this figure which I just explained. Here I have drawn systematically. If they ask to describe Newton-Raphson method, you should draw this type of figure systematically. So here we assume that x0 is the initial guess to the actual root here, and we consider tangent to the graph of fx at this point, and we can see this tangent intersects x-axis at point x1, and that therefore x1 is the first approximation to the root. To obtain the value of x1, we consider this right angle triangle, and we find that tan of this angle beta is given by f of x0 divided by x0 minus x1. So we have written in this way. Then we draw the tangent to the curve at point x0 comma f of x0 as shown in figure. The point at which this tangent intersects x-axis is our next approximation to the root, which we denote by x1 as shown in figure. Then I have written that suppose angle between tangent line and x-axis is denoted by beta, that I have written here. So tan beta is nothing but slope of the tangent at x0. This tan beta we have obtained from this triangle. Tan of beta equal to length of this side, which is f of x0, divided by length of this side, which is x0 minus x1. And we know that if function is differentiable, then slope of the tangent to the curve is given by value of first derivative of a function at point x0. So that I have written here. Slope of the tangent at x0 is f dash x0. Then we simplify and we find that x1 is given by x0 minus f of x0 divided by f dash x0. After that we find out value of function at x1. If f of x1 equal to 0, then x1 is the root of given equation. If f of x1 is not equal to 0, then we continue the process of approximating the curve by tangents. So if f of x1 is not equal to 0, then draw the tangent to the curve at point x1 comma f of x1. So if f of x1 is not equal to 0, here we can see this is f of x1 and it is non-zero. So then in the next step we draw the tangent to the curve at this point. Suppose this is approximately tangent to the curve at this point, and this point is denoted by x2. So that we have written here. If f of x1 is not equal to 0, then draw the tangent to the curve at point x1 comma f of x1 and find the point where this tangent intersects with x-axis, and that point we denote by x2. And using the similar process as we have done to find out x1, using the same process we will get the formula for x2 as x1 minus f of x1 divided by f dash x1. And continuing in this way we find out x3, x4 and so on. And in general this is the Newton's formula: n plus 1th approximation to the root equal to nth approximation to the root minus value of function at x1 divided by first derivative at x1, and will take the values 0, 1, 2 and so on. And we have mentioned that if f dash xn equal to 0 for some n, then try another starting value x0, or you can go for another method. Sometimes for some initial guess x0 we can get this type of first derivative equal to 0. So in that case we can choose another starting point x0, or we can go for another method. So in this lecture we have discussed this Newton's formula to find out the root of a equation, and in upcoming lectures we will see problems related to Newton's method. Thanks for watching.